Serpent Temple. I am here with Dave Ingram. Dave, introduce yourself and the many bands that you're in, please.
All right, so Dave Ingram here. Hello there. Let's see, Benediction for one. Everyone knows that. There's also Hellfrost and Fire, Down Among the Dead Men, Echelon, Sinner, Formaldehyde, Stygian Dark. There's probably another one, but I can't remember right now. So, Sand Cadaver. That one hasn't come out yet. So,
I was going to ask you about Sand Cadaver actually, because it's a doom metal project.
Yes.
Yes. And are you going to be singing clean? Have you decided yet?
No, I'm not going to be singing clean.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't know, actually. I'm going to give it a try. There's one song that deserves something like that. And I might give that a go. And if it sounds terrible, I shall wipe it and do it growly again. So, yeah, we'll see. All right, I think best case scenario, it's going to sound like Lemmy when he's trying to be soft.
That's a good sound.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
a good sound.
So I'll try that. I love Lemmy. I mean, who doesn't?
Shema's a great story about Lemmy saving his mum in the Electric Ballroom. You have to ask him about that after
I'll
this.
ask him about that after. Nice
Yeah, it's a good one. So I remember I heard that this project you were going for the sort of stoner rock sound. Am I correct? But it kind of changed post.
Yeah, I said to the guy who's doing it, Peter. I can't remember his last name. He's Swedish, and I can't pronounce his last name. Sorry, Peter. And yeah, I said, like, we're doing this stoner stuff, desert rock. Can we try this sort of style? This band like this band, and it came through, and it was a bit Candlemassy, but a bit rough around the edges.
Nice.
And I was like, okay, we'll go with that, and then we'll see where we go with the next album, because we're going to do another one.
Okay.
We're quite happy with what we've done so far. I haven't written any lyrics or anything at all yet. I've been working on the new Benediction album.
Nice.
So once that's pretty much finished, which it is now, I've got a few little tweaks to do. Then I'll work on the Sand Cadaver, I think.
Lyrically, I know you've not really gone that way yet, but is it going to be similar to previous stuff you've written? Because a lot of your other lyrics they have like a very particular flavour of sort of like the sort of going into sort of the self, some of the sort of more satanic potentially stuff.
Yeah, there's some of that on that is Echelon, really.
Yeah.
That one. Down Among the Dead Men is all about Doctor Who. Every single song is about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sinner is about, like, that goes in on yourself. Stygian Dark's about serial killers, non-stop serial killers, mostly fictional ones. In fact, all fictional ones. With Formaldehyde, that's all about drinking beer.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And falling down drunk, stuff like that. Just a fun band. But with Sand Cadaver, it's got a desert feel to it. I think the album's going to be. Here's a first for everyone. The album will be called "The Coyote's Call to the Dead." So
nice. Thank you for that first.
Well, you're welcome.
Okay.
But don't tell anybody.
I'm really curious to see where the lyrics go with that one then.
Well, if worst comes to the worst, and I just can't get it done, I'll just ask Chat GP, whatever it's called, to write it for me.
That'll be so fun.
No, I hate AI. I really hate AI. The whole thing with art and that, it's terrible.
How do you feel if you see like a band, for example, that's used like an AI album cover?
Well, it's entirely up to them if they want to do that. It might look great, and a lot of AI art does look really good, but it's not theirs. It's not the AI's. It's other people's that the AI has borrowed from, or stolen rather. So I wouldn't do it myself, but it's down to the bands if they want to do it. On the backside cover of the latest Echelon album, the band photo is actually the very earliest version of AI art. We typed in our names, and it looked for photographs of the band members and did these weird versions of us.
Cool.
And that was cool because it didn't look like us.
Yeah.
So
it's Uncanny Valley style. Yeah.
It was even worse than that. It was like a Picasso thing.
Wow.
So it was fun, but I wouldn't do it again. You've done it once now. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. So I was going to ask, I need to probably look at my notes because I have the worst memory for names. I have blindness for names and everything. But in scriptures, in one of your songs, I was really interested in like the lyrics that you used. It was Iteration of I, and I was wondering if that's a reference to High Priest Gilmore.
No,
it's not.
It's not. Actually, that's that's a very nice connection you've made there.
Okay.
No, it was actually a callback to the song I that I wrote on the album, the last album I appeared on with Benediction, Grind Bastard.
Yeah.
And the very last song on the album was called I. And then on Scriptures, the first song is called Iterations of I.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's what it was. And if you sort of compare the lyrics together, there's big similarities. I sort of borrowed from the lyrics. No, it's my lyrics, so I can borrow from it if I want. And the song title, Iterations of I, is actually an audio adventure for some sort of time traveling guy in a blue box. Shh. Don't tell the band. But it was Iterations of I was a story by a Doctor Who audio book.
I see.
And I really liked it. I was like, that's going to work so well with I and Iterations of I. It fit perfectly. And I just had to make sure that was the first song on the album, because it nearly wasn't. It was Scriptures was going to be the first song.
Oh, I see. Okay. There's always an argument in the studio about...
Well, not an argument. It was more... well, actually, I didn't even know. So, and it turned out well. But it wouldn't have mattered either way. I wouldn't have minded at all.
Okay, fair enough.
Just that now it's even better.
It is. It makes sense. Yeah, I thought it was a reference to I-theism in the... Because I know Gilmore talks about that in relation to the self. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it is now.
Here we go. It's another first. So about Doctor Who, it's not your birthday, or at least it wasn't yesterday.
No, so many people. I put on Facebook 60 and then 2 hearts, meaning 60th anniversary, 2 hearts. The Doctor's got 2 hearts, and everyone's going, "Happy birthday, Dave! You know, happy 60th." Like, go fuck yourselves! I'm not 60. I'm 54. 54. Yeah, I forgot how old I was. But yeah, I'm 54, not 60.
You do not look 60 at all.
No, I don't look 54 either.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. And you were saying you're going to watch the episode tomorrow? I
am, yes. We're getting here to the club, Underworld, tomorrow for about 12, setting up the merch. And then as soon as the band have shown up and we've had a chat about what's happening the next few months, I'm hightailing it back to the hotel, getting a few hours sleep, waking up, watching Doctor Who, and then straight out the door back to do the gig.
A good day.
Yeah, it will be.
Amazing.
And then as soon as the gig's over, I'm leaving, going back to the hotel, because I've got an early start the day after to get home, so I live in Denmark. So I'll just grab a few bottles or cans from the venue and get drunk in the hotel room.
Sounds like a very good plan for your weekend.
You have to plan these things.
You do. So I saw that you toured with Def when you were in Benediction, about 95.
Yes, that's right.
Did you hang out with them very much? What were they like?
They had loads. We were on the tour bus, we were hanging with Chuck. He got a lot of stick back then for being a not very nice person.
Really?
And he was the nicest guy you would ever want to meet. I cannot understand the negativity that people would talk about him. Complete rubbish. The guy was so nice. There was never a problem with him. Never a bad word came out of his mouth. It's just so weird. But we hung out with obviously him and Gene. The rest of it, I think it was Bobby was the other guitarist. And I'm gonna kick myself. I can't remember the bass player's name. And we were very, very close. Damn it, can't remember his name. Sorry, dude.
Sorry.
But yeah, and it was on that tour in '95 that we played in Copenhagen, and I met this particular woman who was a girl at the time. I was just a young boy as well, '95, and yeah, we had a relationship, long distance relationship, and married her in '98, and I've lived there since then. So.
Amazing. Well, it's very romantic. Death brought you together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you've also toured with Paradise Lost as well.
We played a few shows with them.
A few shows.
Yeah, bloody Northerners.
Do you guys still keep in touch, or like?
We say hello when we see each other at shows and stuff like that. It's how bands are. I think when bands like Benediction, Paradise Lost, we're all of the same age.
Yeah.
It's like we're set in our ways, so it's like when we see each other at shows, we'll have a great time, we'll have a laugh, but like when we're away from the shows, we don't want fuck all to do with each other.
But
not because we don't like them or they don't like, or we like them. But you know, they're it's just how things are with bands. So.
Fair enough. You were telling me though that how you met Tom G. Warrior for the first time. That was a good story.
Yeah, it was 2019. Benediction were playing in Quebec, the Death Fest in Quebec. Tripscon were playing, and we were sat backstage, and Tom walked over to me and said, "Hi, you're Dave Ingram, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, and I know who you are." And he said, "Like, yeah, I've been following your career since you began your first album." And I think it was because of the Celtic Frost cover we did, and it just blew my mind. And I've always said, if I could. That's better. I talk too much. If I could go back and tell my teenage self, like, you're going to meet Tom, wouldn't fucking believe it. Wouldn't believe it at all. But there we are.
He's a nice guy.
Oh, he's a great bloke. Him and his girlfriend Kathy. And
shout out Kathy and Tom.
Right, Kathy.
Yeah. So has he listened to Hellfrost and Fire?
Well, he's got a copy. I sent him one. So
amazing.
I'm hoping he did. But yeah, that Hellfrost and Fire is basically Celtic Frost, Hellhammer worship. Hence the name, Hellfrost and Fire. And the fire's there because of the passion I have for those two bands. So.
And you've just got the... oh, you represent...
I'm wearing the sweat top.
Oh, nice.
A hoodie or whatever you call it.
Have you listened to the re-release of the Hellhammer?
I have, yes. I bought the mega ultra booklet thing with all the extra bits and bells and whistles. Yeah, I had to buy that, yeah. It's magnificent. It's vying for album of the year for me.
Oh,
there are two at the moment in equal place.
What's the other one?
Queens of the Stone Age.
Okay. There's two very different pieces of music.
Yeah. My tastes are very eclectic, but it's rare I listen to death metal, especially newer death metal.
It is difficult.
It's the older bands now. But it's just me getting older. Yeah, I think I'm just sort of moving backwards. And also I'm listening to a lot of the early rock and roll, what's it now? Early, like 70s rock.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Atomic Rooster? Atomic Rooster?
Exactly, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
They pick up on that because it's just got so much groove.
It's so heavy as well.
Yeah, exactly. People are missing out on that. So.
Yeah. Like
Atomic Rooster.
Atomic Rooster are really good.
Yeah.
Sir Lord Baltimore. Yeah. There's some really amazing bands out there. There's one band called Rare Bird that have like one of the best songs, Beautiful Scarlet.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try them.
Oh, it's so good. It's a really forlorn, sort of brutally depressing love song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
You do have a radio show, Lambert's Basement.
Yes, well, I have two actually.
You have two as well.
Both of them are on hiatus because of Benediction. We're so busy. So there's Lambert's Basement, which is big band jazz. I love big band jazz. And the other is Metal Breakfast Radio, which it's we get drunk, we listen to music, brand new music, we'd never heard it before, and then we rate it.
Nice.
And we sort of give it marks out of 10. If we think it's really bad, we exterminate it and blow it up. It's a bit like the Gong Show. And we're really obnoxious as well. So I think when the show comes back, because of Benediction, I'm going to have to tone it down.
Really?
It's going to be really detrimental to Benediction if I don't. So, but at the moment it's on hiatus. So I'm thinking of doing a show for Christmas. So
that'll be really
just
cool.
to watch, and it'll only be me because trying to get the guys together, it's like herding cats.
I can attest to that. Yeah, there should be another with us today, but he was astray. He couldn't make it. With Down Among the Dead Men, I know you got your son Oliver to guest on one of the songs.
Oh, yeah.
How did that come about? Was he like 10 at the time?
Yeah, about 9 or 10 years old. Oh, hang on. It was released 10 years ago. Yesterday, day before.
No way.
Yeah. So yeah, he was 10.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I just asked him, would you be interested in coming and shouting on one of Dad's records? And he was like, yeah, sure, okay.
Is he still like? Do you think he's gonna do music himself? Like be in more bands? Is he doing? No, he's not interested.
And you're going to ask, does he listen to metal? No.
Big band jazz?
No.
What does he listen to?
I'm not saying.
Oh. Fair enough.
No, I won't say. To be quite honest, Oliver keeps his music taste to himself.
I respect that.
And I will respect that. I know what they are, and he wants to keep it to himself, so I'm like, but I shush. I won't even listen to the bands myself.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really sweet, actually. Yeah.
We're a close family, and we respect each other. But one thing we do share is a lot of Star Wars stuff.
Oh, really?
He loves Star Wars. I like Doctor Who and Star Trek and whatever. So I'm going to have, do you know Star Wars, they have that specific language, the letters. Well, I'm having his initials tattooed.
That's really nice. That's so sweet. What did you think of the new series, the new shows that came out on Disney? Have you watched any of them? Like Andor. Like Andor and Ahsoka.
Yeah, Andor was cool. What was the other one?
Ahsoka. And Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and Obi-Wan. Yeah, Obi-Wan was great.
I loved Obi-Wan.
That one I'm actually watching a second time. So
nice.
That's nice. Yeah. What else? I mean, I love the latest movies too.
You did? There's some really mixed reactions. I love the cinematography. I thought it was really beautifully done.
Yeah, it was very well done, and I thought the stories were fine. There was nothing to complain about, but you know what fans are like. They're very fickle.
I've always been more of a Star Trek person myself.
Okay, yeah. I like that they've sort of expanded that universe too.
Yeah, I've not seen like Lower Decks or anything like that, or the most recent series of Discovery.
Okay.
But the first 2 seasons were really good, but after they took it off Netflix, I couldn't really find it online.
They moved it just on Paramount.
Have you watched those?
I've watched it all.
You've watched it all?
Oh, I watch it all, yeah.
What's your favourite series?
With Trek? With Trek. Oh, that's hard to say with Trek. I think throughout the whole entirety of it, the original series.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It opened doors and broke boundaries. And,
that makes sense.
Yeah. That was really well done.
I think the music design on that is really good.
Yeah. And it struggled to get on air and stay on air as well. And I think that it's testament to the people who worked with it. So yeah, it's got to be the original series.
Big respect to that. Nice. Yeah. I'm a Deep Space Nine person myself.
I found that way too political.
Oh, okay.
It was just politics, a bit of a space battle, drinking in the bar, politics. And I was, I want action. I want phasers.
Let's talking more violence. Yeah. Fair enough. So you prefer to keep that separate from your art? Or your like entertainment media?
Yeah. I mean, there are certain things, but I'll mix it up occasionally.
Okay. Because I do find your lyrics a little bit political at times, or at least I can see potentially parallels that can be drawn with like the outside world of what you're saying.
Yeah, there are, and there's also sets of lyrics such as the one song, "The Blight at the End," on Scriptures. People say, "What's that about?" And I'll just like, I have no idea. I just wrote it. And I think there's a bit of Lovecraft at the end.
Nice.
I just needed to put a full stop on the song, and I thought, okay, I'll make a bit, throw it in as if it's Lovecraft, and that was it. The song has nothing to do with Lovecraft. But there you go.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I had no idea how to end it. It was just a stream of consciousness written down, and it worked that way.
So when you do write lyrics, you don't necessarily go in with a plan. You just sort of let it come out.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes
Okay.
I'll go in. I'll be reading a book, and I'll make notes and use the notes to write lyrics. But other times it's mostly random stuff. But I'll have an idea of what I want to write, and then I'll write a very basic set of lyrics, and then from that write something a little more complex with darker words in there, because it sounds far better when you're using big words.
A bit of thesaurus action.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Nice. I was going to say it's 30 years now since Transcend the Eurubicon was released. Are you going to be playing a lot of that tomorrow?
Well, I can't say.
Okay, fair enough.
Can't say. Well, actually, by the time this goes out, we'll have played the show, so it doesn't really matter.
It's true.
So the answer is no.
Well, you are writing a new album at the moment, so will you be playing new material?
No.
Okay.
So, like I said to that guy who was talking to us earlier, no surprises tomorrow.
Fair enough.
No, but there are a few surprises. We're sort of not doing the exact same set as we did last year when we played the Death Fest here in London. But yeah, we're seriously going to have to rethink our next live set once the new album's out.
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, I'm sick of the songs that we're playing. I think we really need to revamp the set, play some of the ones we've never played before.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Do you
Or
find
at least haven't played for a long time. Down on halls.
So what is your sort of Mount Rushmore of bands? So, because you say you have very eclectic taste.
Oh, right, yeah. Queens of the Stone Age and Caius, Stoner, Black Sabbath, Celtic Frost, Hellhammer, Bolt Thrower. Even though I was a member, I still love the band. Yeah, you can sort of say all those. Brant Bjork, who was in Caius for the time. Nick Oliveri, the Groundhogs, they're really cool. Jethro Tull.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of punk as well. Rudimentary Peni, Crass, stuff like that. So
I know your first band was like a cross between like Amebix and Creator. It was like hippie deathcore.
Hippie doomcore, playing HTC. Yeah,
like
hippie
HTC.
doomcore. God damn, there's a blast from the past. Yeah. We did that. I was the bass player.
The bass player.
I was bass player, backing vocals. I was great at backing vocals.
This guy's
Say no
available.
more, then, all right?
That's really fun. I'm basically all out of ideas. Like I could talk to you for a long time about all the things that you've done, but normally I don't do this kind of interview. Normally I have lots of cards and I'm all like woo woo, etc. But thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. It was so fun to talk to you. I hope we can have you on in future if you're up for it.
Absolutely can.
Yes, when you have new releases that we can talk about.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And if not in person, then on Zoom or Skype or whatever.
Let's do it.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank
Anytime.
you. Any final remarks?
Drink, be merry, for tomorrow is another day. And you might die.
You might die.
You don't want to, but you might. So, cheers.
Thank you so much. Feel free to like and subscribe.